The 4 reasons you should buy this book, in my opinion, is one, it has superb poetry, and number 2, it has exciting artwork. And I want to talk about the artwork for a second. Most of us are familiar with ekphrastic poetry, but I want to tell you, this is not ekphrastic poetry. This is truly a collaboration between the artist and the poet. And together they're calling this work an emotional landscape, which I think is really cool. Proceeds from this book go to the California Fire Fund, which helps families who are left homeless by wildfires. And then finally, I'm not going to tell you. At the end of this presentation, you'll see a surprise. There's something in the book you might want to have because it will help you through the rest of next year. So the book I'm talking about is called From the Moon as I Fell. I'm going to mute myself.
Awesome. Nice. Eyes open, I begin a stone in the roots of a catclaw tree. That was just this morning. Each day brings the threat of rebirth. The mantra, get it right, pleated into my skirt. If I ever was part of a litter, they surely left no trace. Sometimes I sing, ollie ollie oxen free, into the damp beneath yellow pepper grass and wait.
Tumble born. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? In my hair, a bouquet of knots. No parent had the patience to brush. Now my hair's gone feral. It's only a Tuesday and too soon to mention the curved back of the jackrabbit. But I keep seeing a small child squatting to pee, to think, behind the cinchweed. He might be watching a lone velvet ant or the final wing beats of a monarch. The eyes believe in far too much.
Slung, as in hasty delivery, as in catapult, time, a luxury reserved for saints and rivers. I am in a mood today. There is a virus killing the elderly, the compromised, and I am among the compromised. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Many of us feel starry-headed, lobbed in the ice plant, speared 6 feet apart. This tingle, this pulled thread, our arms outstretched. Maybe we miss each other. Maybe we've never been closer.
In the sagebrush, evidence of ruined plans. Tiny black stiletto, evening bag, the blown parachute of a poppy. Further down the wash, her naked body. I read this morning there is an uptick in gun sales, ammo, liquor. The bars are closed, but the party doesn't need a refill. I can hear them miss their targets, ricochet the night. The rats asked questions the doll had no mind for, and so her hands, her feet.
Sky through cricket, and the world is a body of broken clocks devoured by its mate. Sky through cricket. I must pick myself up despite being wingless, humpbacked, short-legged. Even Prince Charles has been found guilty of being human. Me? I'll be down in the lupin, dragging my abdomen, writing the world's serial number in the sand, repeating my hoarse chirp at intervals.
Sky giving way to salt. I run full tilt into the bayonet. Ring the highest bell of Calyx. It's a very clean feeling.
Ears poem The Sunrise, the first act of a play called Kindness. Today marks 3 weeks of isolation, but the spreading fleabane just woke up. There are always hecklers. I reach inside the costume box to find the right coat for crisis. The lighting director says, "Hold it right there, darling." The morning sun in my eyes.
Clicking note, cicada ribs buckle, and embers before fire, after the hard jewel glows.
Meow.
Regardless. Tonight I wandered the moonlit church, and because there were no walls, no roof, I became an everywhere prayer, and all the candles relit.
Saltbush, winter fat, crow's feet at the eyes. In my dreams, I'm always 20-something, hard-bodied, roving lonely hills. There was no field guide for desire, no entry to tell me, this is a devil's claw, and this is a whispering bell, and this one will go dormant, and this one catches fire in the slightest breeze.
The ash falling reminds me of nothing I can name. And so I tend my totems. The blush of sky, those ears, cathedral windows, without tears or saints.
Not silent, not silent. My teeth still gnaw the woody path. What will happen? My neighbor wants to know. What we need is a skeleture to pin the loose skins of our hunches. Were you talking just now? I find myself falling asleep in the hush, one eye open, feasting on a crown of thorns.
For me, for you, the folded note of daylight. It's true. The wildflowers will leave without fanfare, silently and in waves. I'll be sleeping, or I'll be eating breakfast or sorting beans when the last one blinks out. It will be almost painless. For you, for me, there will be more wild things, fires, flowers, more. I get out of bed, open the blinds. I wave to you from my porch.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
This is the surprise I talked about earlier. The fourth reason to buy the book is at the end. There's a fantastic soup to make, and it's called the white bean and veggie quarantine soup. So it's to keep your soul happy for the rest of the next 2 or 3, 4, or 5 years, however long it takes.
I think Zara's food could keep me happy for a lifetime.